We're live. Well, yeah, we're live. Welcome. This is entertainment purpose only. Your advice. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I do have my headphones in, but it is what it is. And hopefully you can understand what I am saying and understand. But this is just Venus brought to you by Horizon. I don't know why I say it like that, but yeah. You switched up now? Huh. I'm on my YouTube live, just to let you know, so if I do say some crazy shit out of the norm, it's just for entertainment purpose only. Okay? You wanna join?
I'm good.
Oh my, okay. This is gonna be like the first time you ever see me. I'm breaking out the matrix. This is, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah. So since we got like an hour before the library, so I might as well just like hop online for them real quick. Yeah, this is entertainment purpose only. You're advised.
It's good. It's good stuff.
This is protein.
Yes, it is.
This is man. You gave this to the wrong girl who likes chocolate. Like I'm sorry, I can't accept the offer, but I'll accept it. Alright, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, so this is just entertainment purpose only. Your advice. I'm literally online.
Right.
Okay. I mean, we can do this in a conversation one-on-one like Rick and Morty, but
I'll tell you
no, you're gonna help me out with some information though, okay?
What?
You're gonna help me out with some information.
Yeah.
So, sorry, y'all. Anyway, hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Hopefully this won't be like the last couple of lives where I'm using my headphones. Oh shit, there's 14 of y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, I'm currently homeless in New York. I've been homeless in New York for about half a year. And it's bittersweet when it comes to it, and I'm trying to give you the blueprint of if you're someone like me dealing with homelessness. I understand what you're going through and you're not alone, and I just want you to know that like there is always a light at the end of the tunnel of your situation, no matter what right or wrong you see it, because like people like you and me, we rise above conflict. Most like other people, they're rising, but they're rising on their own time. Not half of this world is meant to be awoken. So you and me, we have like an agenda to wake up the world, to wake up those around us consciously so we can evolve spiritually. That's why we tend to go homeless, because like we're on a mission, we're on a journey. And only half of us can recognize that we are on a spiritual journey. Not everybody realizes they are spiritual beings. Not everybody realizes they got a spirit in them until something enlightened and sparked that idea that they are conscious for a reason, that they are here. So like what I'm trying to tell you is don't look at yourself like the lowest of the pit just because you're in a situation where you can't be around certain beings. There's a reason why you can't be around certain beings, because like everybody has weird energy, and you can feel that energy when it's being shifted, whether it's light versus darkness. But at the same time, when you are looking at it in a split reality, like, you need to focus on unity. You need to focus on being oneness, because without your pain, how would you know who you are? Because like what we're going through like an awakening, like an arising, and it's like a bunch of people experiencing the same type of I don't know, timeline. Not much of frequency. Frequency and timeline and vibration have something to do with the internal and external of you and the physical version of you. But when you operate in the mindset of spirit, you tend to like have things happen to you out of the norm. But then again, when in a part of your manifestation, the reason why it's like some of it's going bad, the reason why some of it is going bad, it's like the universe is trying to put you in a whole different perspective of reality so that you can gain more consciousness and awareness of reality of itself. Not only just envisioning, but living out what you envision. But when you live out what you envision, it comes from a place of trauma, and that's when we start to manifest those, oh, we're wishing to be in a different world, we're wishing to be a different person, we're wishing to be a different vibration of what we came here to be. We're letting go of the matrix. We're letting go of what served its order for us to be stuck in the matrix. And when we step outside of the matrix, it's like true equilibrium. And most people don't understand how to get an equilibrium. Equilibrium is like a form of light. Just like how consciousness is a form of light. Consciousness is nothing but a spine and a brain, or soul is just nothing but a spine and a brain. But without the skin and the technology that's inside of us that's making us alive, this is a physical aspect of the version of you that's trying to do as above, so below, meaning bringing within and bringing without. When you are not God, or when you are not thyself, or the image of God, you tend to put yourself in a lower state of consciousness that will call the Luciferian of you. But like when you're homeless, you get to have the choice of having free will between being the God version of you or the devil-like version of you. Which one of you is going to be seeing the end of the tunnel in the first place? Because at this point, when you're homeless, you have no distractions. You have no willpower, or somebody telling you the authority of you, or have the audacity to be in control of you. When you're homeless, you are against self, because you're going against the grain that what was brought up to you, and you want to change it into something new, I believe. I don't know, that's what's been happening to me. So I'll get conflict with my emotion. I'll get conflict with the idea of my past. So what actually had happened was a fantasy of my past self. So when I mean fantasy, like meaning what was the illusion that I could not see before of my reality, because people was constantly dragging and egging me on, meaning I had to be the egg. So if there's an egg, then there's something gotta be rebirthed out of that egg. It just doesn't come with a shell, it also comes with a soul. So when you're being walked on eggshells like a doormat, picture yourself having the key underneath that mat so that you can have the blueprint to escape whatever reality that you don't want to really truly focus on. But you want to truly focus on the real reality that you want to desire. because desire and wanting and needing is all different. Why do you desire this? Why do you desire that? Because there's two things that could happen to you, or that's happening to you now. One, you are experiencing being a doormat. You're experiencing being also a lock, a key to something, to a reality for others and yourself. So like what these like Freemasons do, the Illuminati type shit, not the Skull and Bones people. I give two shits about them. But like the sisterhood and the brotherhood, they both have different sets of gifts within each other that gives them the ability to be in your subconscious. Like women who are part of the Freemasonry, the sisterhood, they have the ability to be gatekeepers of the astral world, but the men in the Freemasonry decided, alright, we want to take over your legacy of what we know that we discovered within you that you are capable of doing. So most of these women and men who are discovering a soul tribe, a group of people, of individuals just like them, they end up becoming homeless. Reason why? You're losing parts of yourself in an old dimension, and now you gotta lose old frequency, you gotta lose old programming, old system to become a new system, or remembering the system that you created, that you imagined before they stole your identity. And it's possible because you can get your identity stolen. You just don't know how your identity is stolen. The reason why they don't want you to keep afloat of who you are. They don't want you to keep the float that you're a holy person, that you're on a holy ground, that you're something that is important, that creates of this world, of this reality. Because there are 70%, 80% people, billions of people in the world that are currently experiencing homelessness. And then there are people that had got it there. They made it there to their reality, to their destiny. Those people are supposed to guide the people who are homeless into their ultimate reality. But then again, we got like so much divine presence and wisdom on us that we don't really need them. We can create our own colony or our own cult-like system. It's not a sort of cult, but like we kind of are. We're just we're not following nobody. We're following ourselves. We're following the internal while they follow the external. They're following the physical and we're following the spiritual. Let them have that shit, because where they're going and where we're going we're going to the same source, but we're being what's the thank you for the confirmation. But what's the word? Evolutionary into a different part of source. I don't fucking know. You come up with the terminology of what it is, and yeah, it's like God versus the devil, and it's gonna keep being that way, because that's an external and internal conflict, like, of dealing with thyself, the good and the bad version of you, when you're on this type of journey, because everybody's journey is different. Some people are meant to experience higher levels of homelessness and lower self of homelessness, meaning there are people sleeping out on the street, and then there are people sleeping in a shelter. Which one do you think has the more luxury advantage of reality? But the people who are outside can imagine bigger than what we can on the inside, because The people who are in a shelter are sheltered. Literally, the word shelter is being sheltered in a bubble. You're being limited to outside resources that could help your ability of source when you're finding like each group of individuals. Because like sometimes I don't recognize myself when I am doing of these things. It's like it's a bittersweet type of thing when it happens, when you find these group of holiness conscious people, woke people. You're resetting the whole reality, you're resetting the whole dimension, you're resetting the whole frequency when you come across these individuals. So it's like, how can I apply all of this to my knowledge, to what you already know about your reality? Just keep analyzing, keep putting data into work, and keep doing that shadow work, because you're only gonna get so far when you imagine. But when you step outside of one's imagination, it becomes a reality. It becomes something you desire. It's sweet, but don't fuck it up. But it's okay to fuck it up, because you're showing God, you're showing divine presence of you, you're showing everything, the universe within you, that you want to keep continuing evolving, not making the same mistakes. Because when you're homeless, that's it. They're using you to imagine more. So imagine, dream better dreams. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you in part 2. And done.